Good morning. My name is Helen Jennings. Let me just press some buttons. That's better. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK, and I'm coming to you live on this Friday morning for us here in the UK, just after 10:30, a bit later than anticipated. But I am here. I'm going to do a little bit of crafting with you this morning. So let me just, without further ado, introduce myself a little bit more. This is my website, Love-a-Duckie.co.uk, and that's where you'll find some blog posts and links to shops and classes, downloads, and all sorts of things going on over there. So do go and check that out. You'll find all the links to latest info, sign-ups for newsletters, all sorts of things over there. January is midway, coming up towards midway through January now already. But these are the things that are happening with Stampin' Up during January. We've got Sale-a-Bration, which is Stampin' Up's biggest promotion of the year, and you can earn yourself free goodies when you shop with me, when you host an event with me, or when you join the Stampin' Up family. So all of those things can bring you some lovely free goodies during Sale-a-Bration. We have got the new mini spring catalogue that is now live, and you can either grab a copy of the catalogue or check out all of those things online on the online store. Some lovely things in there, and also 2 new kits have been launched for January, and these are both great whether you're creating for or with children or teenagers. There's a Let's Rock one that's sort of all drumsticks and rock guitars and things, and there's another one with lots of cute little pandas, so they're really cute, great to so get together with children and young people and craft, or whether you're giving them as gifts, or whether you're taking them away on weekends away or holidays or whatever you're doing with them, they are fabulous. So do check out those new kits. We talked a little bit about Sale-a-Bration and how you can get freebies, and one of the ways is by joining the Stampin' Up family. And here in the UK, if you pay £99 for your starter kit, you get 2 options. You can either pay £99, choose £130 worth of product of your choice from any of the up-to-date calendars, anything on the online shop that you can see, you'll be able to order in that £130 worth of product. And on top of that, you can either choose to receive this beautiful glass mat with accessories, which is like a silicone pad where it's got like all these palette pieces in it, palette tray pieces in it, for you to do your watercolouring and things, as well as a cleaning cloth. That's all worth £56, so you can choose to have that, or you can choose to pay £99 and have £30 extra product in your starter kit. So pay £99 and choose £160 worth of product of your choice. So those are the 2 options during Sale-a-Bration if you join the Stampin' Up family. And as I always say, there are no expectations, only opportunities if you join the Stampin' Up family. So do reach out and ask me a little bit more about that. I'd be more than happy to tell you about it and welcome new people into our little Love-a-Ducklings team. It's always lovely to have new people join us. So Sale-a-Bration, as I say, always something worth celebrating, literally. But let's move on down to my downward facing camera, and we're going to be thinking Sale-a-Bration today, because here I have got 2 of the things that you will find in the Sale-a-Bration bonus brochure. So when you spend £45 or more, you can choose a free item from the Sale-a-Bration brochure. So one of the things that you can choose is this Jungle Pals stamp set. So it is a red rubber stamp set, as you can see, yet to be played with. That's what we're going to be doing this morning, featuring all these cute animals. We've got a tiger and a sloth, crocodile, or is it an alligator? I'm open for somebody to tell me that. We've got this toucan and we've got this lemur. So you've got these lovely animals on this red rubber stamp set. So that is one item that you can have for free if you spend £45. Spend another £45 and you could get this die set. And this is very cute. Obviously, you've got all of the bits that are going to cut out your animals in this set, but you've also got a tree trunk, some vines, some grasses, some big leaves, some different sort of leaves there, slightly smaller leaves, these blossoms. So everything to make up your jungle scene with your cute animals. So both of those things, say, are available as part of the celebration offering. Let me just find my celebration brochure and let's find them. So there, I do beg your pardon, the dies you have to have £90. I did think to myself that's not £45, that's 90, which is why I wanted to check. So £45 you can get the stamp set free. If you spend another 90, you can get those dies. So yeah, great combination. And as you can see, there's some really lovely projects that they've made here with those stamps and dies. So let's have a little play with them myself this morning, because we say I've not yet had a play with them. So I was pondering what papers and things I could use alongside these. Obviously they haven't got coordinating papers, they haven't got any sentiments on them, so that is completely open to you to have a play with and to think about what you would like to use. But I've dug out a set of papers from the annual catalogue, and these are the masterfully made papers. Now these are beautiful because they're sort of all like collagey torn strips of paper, and yeah, the florals and these pieces where you can see they've made up collage type effects. And you've got the ones that are like this, you've got these mountains, but you've also got all of these torn strips of paper. So yeah, great fun papers, really nice and bright and bold, and I thought they would be quite nice to play with this sort of jungle type theme. So I have here got a piece of lemon lime twist paper that is made up of all of these torn strips, and I've grabbed an Azure Afternoon piece of cardstock. I thought that would be a nice bright base for our jungle themed card. So let us check how this is indeed half a piece of cardstock. It is. So we're going to make a standard card base. So half a piece of cardstock, fold in half. So let's just fold that. And there is our card base. Now I have got more of this paper, but let's have a look how wide this actually is. It is 10 centimeters wide. Let's cut that to 14.4, or whatever your first size mat is, 4 inches by 5 1/4. So then we've got this lovely torn paper is going to go on a card base, and we can decide which way up we want our torn paper. I might like it that way up, I think. Let's move that little bit out of the way. Now, we may well want some more paper in a minute, and trimmers again in a minute. I'm just going to dig about, find a bit more Your Afternoon card. And I'm going to die cut myself some stitched squares. I use these dies so much, these stylish shapes, the squares and the circles and the banner pieces, but particularly the circles probably the most. They're probably my most used die from this set, followed by the squares. So let me just die cut myself an Azure Afternoon square, and I'm going to cut the next size down in some basic white. Have I got a piece of basic white there that's big enough? I have. Result. Let's just going to move that camera slightly. Seems to be a little bit skewy. There we go. Right, I have my cut and emboss machine behind me, so I'm just going to run these through. I'll fit both of those on that plate. Run that through, and we'll have our basic whites. Now is your afternoon. And those are going to build up on there. We've got paper, we've got a mat to go on the front. Nice square mat with our white piece just there. To have some rifling through my oddments. I'm going to die cut some leaves. Just wondering whether to go slightly darker, whether to stick might stick with some lemon lime twist, I think. Lost 20 there momentarily. I'm going to cut some grasses. And I think we'll have a couple of jungle leaves. No, I'm going to go vine, I think. Let's have a vine. Obviously, these have not been popped off the back here yet. I will put them eventually on a magnetic sheet. Let's just pop those off for now. And let's cut. Let's have a couple of grasses and a couple of vines. I'm just going to run those through a couple of times. Right. So these dies also give you this sort of embossed detail in there, so it's not just straight cut around the edge. You do also get this detail in there. Let's cut another set. I'm going to get, I'm not necessarily worried about getting another complete vine, although it looks like we might. We line that up carefully enough. And again, I'm not particularly worried if I don't get a complete grass, but I think we might if we're careful enough when we put that through. Making sure always, of course, that they don't overlap. Otherwise, the one die will cut into the other die. Another set of grasses and another vine. Now we're probably not going to need all of these, but we will have a play with those in a moment. Away. Let's bring in a piece of basic white card and the block. I'm going to go, I think, with our tiger. I need the bigger block. Pop that in there for now so we don't lose it. And take our sticky off the back of here. 1, 2. And we'll take our sticky plastic sheet off the back of there. And let's line him up. His head and his toes. Pop him on a block. And let's bring in a Memento ink. And let's ink him up. Pat, pat, pat all over. I'm actually using Memento ink here. Lovely. I've actually caught the ink on the bottom there, but I'm not worried about that because we are going to be die cutting him anyway. So he's rather beautiful, isn't he? So let's find some. I think we need some pumpkin pie, don't we? Let's take a little bit of pink just for his nose and his ears. Let's come in. Got some dark pumpkin pie here. Bring that in round all round the edge. Around his stripes. Paws. I think my dark pumpkin pie is getting a bit tired. I need to go on a shopping list. Let's come in with some the light pumpkin pie. As usual, blend that together where the two meet. Down the legs. This one too is obviously starting to get a bit dry. Come on, pumpkin pie. Keep going. Just finish our tiger for us. You can do it. And keep building that colour up. I think this pumpkin pie stamping blend has served me well. I've had it a good number of years. I don't know that I've ever replaced a pumpkin pie one. So it has given a good few years service. So well done, faithful friend. And we'll just keep building that colour up. There we go. So there's our cute little tiger with his pink nose and pink ears. Let's find the tiger die. Here it is. We will die cut that tiger. Thinking. So run this through. I'm going to take some Berry Burst card and I cut some of the blossom with that. I always think Berry Burst goes beautifully with these bright greens, both this one and Granny Apple Green. Ooh, just lifted up my tiger. So let's add that to there. I'm going to run that through. I could have snipped that off, but here's our fun little tiger. Couple of blossoms. I'm just going to run it through once more, as all things should be done in odd numbers. That is what is most pleasing to the eye. There we go. Going to pop on a light because that's looking a little dark on there. I hardly think we were in mid-morning, would you? So there we are. There's our little tiger. Let's find witty end to pop that out. Some little blossoms. Rather pretty. Okay. Let's stick our 2 squares together. I'm going to think the tiger is going to actually stick over the edge, but that's okay. Just thinking how much what grass we want and how we want it to go. I might actually do that and overlap it. Because our tiger is going to overlap the edge as well. I might let that overlap like that. So I'm just going to run a little bit of glue along there. And let's stick those 2 pieces together. Like that. And then let's add glue along there. We'll add that across our mat. Let's bring in our tiger, and I think we'll give him some dimensionals to raise him up. Just using the edge pieces here. And let's take some scissors. And we'll do a couple of little thinner bits. Add one on his tail there. We'll put one on his front paw just there. And his tail one might not stick down just yet, but he come in later. Let's add in some vines coming down from the top here. Just put a little bit of glue down there. Not sure if I want a second vine, possibly don't. And some of our blossoms at the top here, I think. Let's again take another bit of dimensional to add on the back there. And we'll raise that third one up a little bit. That corner, let's stick on on our DSP onto here. And we have our tiger to come on the front here. Just going to snip this vine off a little bit this end, perhaps this end. Add a little bit of glue to these bits, and we've got our dimensional there that will hold a tiger's tail. He's rather cute, isn't he, sitting on there? Going to need sort of a greeting. Let's go with, we just have a happy birthday. Let's find your afternoon pad, I think. So this is from the go-to greetings, which are absolutely our go-to to greetings. When in doubt, grab your go-to greetings. Happy birthday. How shall we have our greeting? And perhaps just have it coming in as a banner on the side there. Stick this on here. There you are. Just thinking, what has my glue gone? Bring that across. I'm going to stick that down flat rather than having it raised up. Just going to have a little flick and see what we're going to put. As embellishments. I think I'm going to go with these, which are the tinsel gems. Take this sort of pinky one and we'll add some tinsel gems to the centre. Our tropical flowers. One in there. What a fun little chap he is. So there's one little, it's a happy birthday tiger card, creating those, combining those masterfully made papers with some of those jungle grasses and vines and blossoms and that lovely little tiger from the Jungle Pals set. So there's one little card. And the other paper that I grabbed dig about over here somewhere. From the same set is this one just here. And I've picked out some Lost Lagoon card to make a card base for this one. We'll have our trimmer. Just double check that I've got this the right way, yes. And let's again make a standard card base with what will effectively be half a piece of cardstock scored in half. So either like this is 21 centimeters by 14 or just under 14.9, 14.85-ish. If it's letter size cardstock, it'll be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 10.5 centimeters or 4.25 inches to make our card base. And then let's take this piece of paper just here, and I'm going to cut this at 13.9 by 9.5. You can hear the pitter patter of Doggie's paws heading this way, coming to check out what we're doing. I'll take a piece of basic white card as well. Let me just grab a piece. I'm going to cut this at 14.4 by 10. Yes, this is going to sit underneath here, which is going to sit on there. But I'm going to die cut some holes in this. So we're going to go back to our faithful die set, and this time let's pick a circle. Which circles shall we have? Shall we go with 3 different size circles? Ruby's come in and she's opened the door to the living room, so now we can hear Sam's television. Well, I can hear Sam's television program playing in the background. I don't know if you can. Now I'm going to cut this one and this one. And then I'm going to come back to the other one. I'm going to make some little windows in our paper. Let's go that one and that one and cut those out. Doggie's laying behind me with her head in her paws as if to say, what are you doing? What is going on? Take that gently off there. So we have got some nice stitched circles of DSP that we're going to be able to use on another occasion. Now, is that going to fit in there? I don't think it is. I think we're going to have to go smaller, but that's okay. We can make that work. Let's just die cut that one. Pop those circles back on there for now. Let's line this up on here. Thinking about to try and find a pencil. There we go. Let's just mark roughly where these circles are going to be on here, just so that we know. What we're aiming at. That's my trimmer falling on the floor. Right, so let's put that paper and that card over there so we don't lose it. Bring in this piece of basic white, and then let's bring in some stamps, and I think we'll go with the toucan, the sloth, and this crocodile alligator, whatever we decide he is. Do pop on and say hello if you're joining me live. It's always lovely to know who's with us. And if you've got these stamp sets, if you've played with them, they're on your wish list. Maybe you think this is a alligator or a crocodile. Hi, Lisa. I ought to Google it really to see what the difference is and then make a decision. Right, there we have our sloth and our toucan and our alligator. Let's ink that up. And bring it around this way, I think. One alligator. My daughter does love a sloth. So there's a sloth. They're most bizarre creatures, aren't they? Very cute. unashamedly take everything easy. We probably have much to learn from them. Right, so let's have some lemon and lime twist, and we'll have some grey granite probably for the sloth. And the toucan, well, he's going to be lots of nice bright colours, isn't he? Let's have some Daffodil Delight, and I've got some sweet sorbet there. We'll need some black for him. We might need to come back in with a bit of orange, we'll see. Morning, Caroline. So my lives now, the plan is, this one went a bit later than it should have done, but the plan is to be 10 o'clock on a Friday morning and 12 on a Tuesday. And that way I sort of hit different people, hopefully. It's working better with my new, with the things that I have going on these days, keeping me busy. So hopefully that will work. That is certainly the plan. Oh, got a little whimper from Ruby there. I think she wants to go out. So let me just colour the sloth's face. Oh dear, can you hear that plaintive cry? I've let her out. When a girl's got to go, she's got to go. Right. Let's bring in. This is the dark grey granite. Let's bring in some light grey granite. Just go and check on the dog. I heard a clonk and I wondered what it was, but it's okay. Ooh, this is a squeaky one. There's our little sloth. Rather cute. Right, let's have a look at this toucan. That doesn't want to be. No, I'm going to go with sweet sorbet, I think. And I think I'm going to come in with a dark Daffodil Delight on the beak. Darker with the Daffodil Delights. It's got quite a orangey tint to it. A bit of lighter in there. And to bring in the black for these. Feathers at the back here. Bring in, I think, just a touch of pale balmy blue. Let's get the right end. And just come round here with some pale balmy blue. So that's that one. I'm just going to shut the door. And let's look at our snappy reptile of whatever kind he is. So this is the dark. It may be that we don't need all of this fun chap. We may trim him down a bit, we will see. Come across his spiky back. Down his legs. And down this leg. Come in with the lighter one. Let's just bring that round. So there we go. Let's find helpful dropping that on the floor. At least I saw where it went. So we've got crocodile, toucan and sloth. So obviously I've coloured these in with stamping blends, but you can get your stamping white markers out or watercolour them. Ooh. Ruby doesn't approve of the watercolour idea. I suspect she's gone and sat herself at the bottom of the stairs and is now looking out on the world and objecting to people wandering by without coming to say hello. Her bark is very definitely worse than her bite. She'll bark at you and then fetch you a toy. Right, let's run these through. I would if I could see my other plate. She's determined to make herself heard this morning. Right, there's our sloth. Here's our toucan. Here's our snappy reptile. Bring in our base just here. And then we can decide what and who we're going to have coming where. Oh, I think we might need most of him, mightn't we, in there? And then we'll have our sloth hanging up here. Our little toucan be popping out from just there. Excellent. Right, I'm going to bring in blending brush and some knocking the camera flying, and some Barn Blue ink. Move those out of the way for a minute. Let's tickle some blue in there. And tickle some blue in here. And last but not least, tickle some blue in here. I think we'll have a few of these big leaves, I think. We'll stick that on there. Some glue around. Like that. And have him on there, and him sticking on there, and him hanging from up here. And I'm going to do a few leaves and things. So let's find a bit of pretty peacock, I think. And a bit of lemon lime twist. We cut a few leaves out. These nice big sort of tropical leaves. pretty peacock ones. Pop that out. I'm going to do a lemon lime twist one as well. I'm just thinking somewhere had another die cut fine, didn't I? Is it anywhere to be seen? Why has that disappeared? Oh, no. It looks like it's disappeared. Let me just die cut another one. Oh. And I might go with peacock grass. Just going to get my rubber and rub out this pencil mark. The others aren't particularly noticeable, but that one in particular is a bit off mark. There we go. Got rid of that. Now, let's put some of these leaves up here. A bit that way. A bit that way. And we'll have this lemon lime twist one coming down here. Let's pop some dimensionals on the back of him. And we'll hang him from our leaves up there. There you are. And say, where's that grass gone? And we push this down here a little bit. add some dots of glue on the back of this grass. And let's bring in our alligator here. And to pop some of his paws sticking in underneath the circle. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the rest of him. So coming down here. 1, 2, 3. Move you out the way. Have him sort of sticking out the bottom there. Let's do the same with our toucan. Let's pop some dimensionals on the top. We'll have their feet sticking in the bottom. Like that. Oh, sorry, you've lost your dimensional just there. It's stuck to my finger. There we go. Now we just need a greeting on there of some sort. Just having a quick rummage through our greetings and things. I'm going to go with an "Oh Happy Day." This is from the Playing in the Rain set. Will it fit in there? I think it might. Fingers crossed. Otherwise we'll be cutting it out and laying it over the top. But and I think we'll go Pretty Peacock again. Crash bang wallop. Excellent. Oh, happy day. Let's bring in just there. No one here somewhere. I did have just now. Yes, some Pretty Peacock sequins. Let's add some of those in. So, move some of these bits to one side. I've got my vine here. Did I want to add a bit of vine in? Right, actually, that's quite fun across the middle there, isn't it? That's let's just add that across the middle. Let's just snip that end just there. There. So we have the Jungle Pals, which you can get, as I say, as a free item with a £45 purchase during celebration. And then we have, most of which are scattered, the matching dies that die cut both the stamped images and then these vines and leaves and branches and all sorts of things that will also go with them to create lovely pictures. And that die set is free with a £90 order. Obviously you'd probably want the stamp set before you went for the die set, but yeah, so whether you want to put orders in for one things this month and the others, if these are something that you would like, they are really lovely. The stamps are beautiful on their own, but those dies do add a real added dimensional, so they are really cute. So the Jungle Pals Celebration stamp set and the coordinating celebration dies. So let's bring up my camera. Hope you have had fun with those, and excuse all the interruptions from Miss Ruby the dog, but yeah, she's settled herself down somewhere now. But it's lovely to be with you on this Friday morning. As I say, I will be back. So Tuesday lunchtime is when we are due to be back again at 12 o'clock. So make a sandwich and come and join us then, or whatever time of it is, wherever you are in the world. So it's lovely to have you with me, and I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon.